Okay, Jess, here are the cards that I pulled for you. I didn't really, I didn't have like a spread planned out. I kind of just felt more so to just pull cards randomly and just see where they felt like being placed. So I really just went, I felt really drawn to go with my intuition more than really reading the like actual meanings of the cards. And I did specifically pull this one up here as a shadow card. So yeah, but other than that, the other cards just kind of got pulled. I I kind of feel like this is more of like the situation of kind of like the main thing right now, and then we have more of like the struggles here, and then we have like advice over here, and then of course the shadow card, and then I pulled this one for the outcome card. And then right away, what I'm really noticing is there's sort of a control issue going on where with the Page of Pentacles, it's kind of showing that you're very eager to want to start your career, and of course, based on you wanting a career reading, you have to get a lot of pentacles, so that's pretty accurate. And yeah, and in the image we have a clock and the eye and the hand. So those are the main things that really stand out to me. And so I really feel kind of like, you have your eye on the prize. You're very eager, and you really want a job, and you're really trying. And with the time, I really feel like you're kind of feel like you're pressed for time, is almost like, you have to get a job. And then also with it being a page, it is showing that you're interested in something where you are sort of like an apprentice or student, where you're going to be going up the ladder, and you're starting at the bottom of the ladder, so where you're learning and going to go up. And so that kind of connects to how you said you're working in the salon, and you start out as like the hair washer girl and the when you're at the desk. So you're just kind of like starting out at like a basic level, but where you can kind of work your way up. So I feel like that is kind of what is being shown here. And I know you had another interview for another salon, and so I do feel like the pages are definitely showing signs of that type of job that you were wanting to get. But yeah, so I really feel like there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of control and like a lot of rush, like where you have to do this now. And the ace is kind of saying, the Ace of Swords, it kind of wants you to kind of, I'm getting a very meditative vibe on this. And with it being an ace, it's all about, that very start, the beginning of something. So I definitely, feel like you are going to get, I really feel like it is the salon job that you want, because of the page, being that apprentice and where you're learning, and I feel like that's what you're kind of applying for within the salon business. So I do feel like you're going to get something along that line. But yeah, the Ace of Swords, it kind of wants you to maybe really think about things, because it shows the guy's head with like his brain open. So he's really, really meditating and really thinking about things. So kind of letting your brain juices flow a little bit. And maybe by going into that area of your brain where you can just kind of sit and let your thoughts kind of collect, maybe that'll help you within the job searching going on. And so like I said about the control issue thingy, you have the Four of Pentacles. And this one, the image is a little different, but this one is the card where the guy is holding his coins and has his feet on the coin. So it's all about like material possessions and holding on tightly to those things. And so when you do that, you're not focusing on the other things. So I really feel like, you're really focused on trying to find a job and wanting to be able to make money and stuff. And you have this it's very scattered. I feel really scattered with this, and I don't know why. So the way I read it, I'm kind of just jumping around from different things. So I hope it makes sense. But, and then as the shadow card, you got the Six of Cups. And this one, it really connect to the Lovers aspect, because it's like having, like with you and Michael, when you first get in a relationship or you first meet somebody and you like get butterflies and you're head over heels for somebody. That is kind of what this card is about. But it's also, it's about like the attachment, but it's about experiencing that joy and the fun and just that feeling that you get of, those feelings of being with the other person or having something that you're excited about, like a new hobby or something, and you're like all about that hobby and you're very excited about it. That's kind of what that one is. And the other cup, so those are cups, and the other cup you got was the Queen of Cups. And so I really feel like maybe even though it's a career spread, I really do feel drawn to this card as being connected to your relationship. And so I feel like that, as being the shadow card, is kind of like an underlying thing. And maybe you are a little too focused on the relationship aspect of your life right now. Because I know you're kind of having those, emotions running through your head the other day about Michael, and how you felt like he was maybe bored of you or something, and you wanted to put a label on it and stuff. And so I really think that with the Queen of Cups here, you really need to kind of get a grasp on your emotions right now. And just like the Ace, maybe just think about some things, but don't let it get to you. It's really just kind of, I feel him as being just the free-spirited guy, like just going with the flow type of thing, and just, really enjoying the moment, especially, with these guys here, just really just, being just that whole young and in love feeling, and just really embracing the moment, enjoying the time together, and just being happy in that moment, and then the Queen of Cups here, don't let your emotions run haywire. Don't try and put a label on things. Don't try and rush things. Like I do feel a sense of rushness, and yeah, so just really just being in the moment, enjoying it. And like I said, the Queen is kind of here to kind of be the guardian over your emotions. The cups are for emotions, and then and you have the Seven of Pentacles. So you have a lot of options here, and you going out and applying for all these jobs, I feel like that is connected to this card, because you are, you're going out of your way and you're doing all these applications and applying, and you have been getting a few interviews. And so the opportunity is there, but with these two together, I feel like maybe you are kind of so focused on that. It's kind of like it's tricky because you want a job, and the point of getting a job is to make money, and you need to go out and do stuff and get the interview, or not get the interviews, get the applications, in order to get the job. But I feel like that is putting too much pressure on you to make that your main focus. And with the Wheel of Fortune over here, it's a major arcana. So you have two major arcanas. You have the Hangman and the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, when I look at this, that one is like really screaming at me, which is why I said in the beginning I was really, I really felt drawn to the control. That over here you have control, and this is kind of about controlling and really wanting something and working towards that. Which that is good that you're working towards your career and wanting to find a job. But the Wheel of Fortune is really just, saying, just, hold up, just, with this one too, just relaxing and meditating and just kind of just letting things just be as they need to be. And it'll all happen as it's supposed to happen. So it's kind of like, like the Destiny card, it's just when it's meant to happen, it'll happen. And same thing with the Hangman too. It is connected to Wheel of Fortune. Is just, you're very tied up at the moment with stressing, on trying to make money and finding a job and doing all these applications and applying. And you're kind of losing sight of other things, and maybe I'm not saying that the relationship with you and Michael is an issue at all. I don't see it being an issue with you finding a job, but it is connected in a way of where it kind of is connected more towards your emotions. So not the relationship exactly, but the emotions that you feel with that, and the emotions that are connected to the eagerness of wanting to get a job. It might be affecting that stuff within your relationship. I don't even know if any of this is making sense. I feel it's really funny. I feel very tongue-tied. Like I feel like I'm getting so much from this reading, but I can't find the words to get across the point. So I'm trying really hard to kind of make sense of it. Because like in my head, I'm totally like, this just makes sense, but trying to piece it together for you is not, it's not coming out right. This is bothering me. But yeah, and the Hangman with the Ace of Swords too up here. I really feel like you just need to kind of just stop. I feel like it's running like 50 miles an hour, and you just kind of need to just stop and let things be for a little bit. Sit and meditate, just hang there for a little while and really look at things, get your thoughts connected. Maybe, I wouldn't say look for, I don't know. I mean, I do feel like, you definitely are looking for something where you are kind of like the student and you're learning. This is going to be a job where you are going to be gaining knowledge and stuff. So it could be more about like your school. But I am more drawn to the salon job for you. So, but I really feel like, still look for jobs, still do the applications, still take the interviews, but don't put so much pressure on it happening right now. Like if you get an interview, great, that's so awesome you get an interview, but don't put too much God, I'm not trying to be like a downer, but don't put too much hope into getting it, because if you were to not get it, it's not anything to do with, you, and maybe like don't feel like you sucked at the interview or you didn't do good on the job or something. It just wasn't the job for you, because I am just very drawn to the Wheel of Fortune here. And it's really just, I think, honestly, the reason why I feel so very scattered and like mumbled jumbled is because I'm getting that vibe that that's kind of how you might be feeling. And you just need to just kind of sit it out and let things happen. That's mainly what I'm getting, is just really just, letting the universe just take the wheel and let it guide you, let it take you wherever you need to be, along the journey, still, still do the things you need to do to get there, but don't put so much stress on just that issue. I definitely feel, the relationship here, this card up here, it wants to be in this picture. That's why I feel like I pulled it. It wants to be connected to the career reading in some way. And so I feel like maybe being around Michael and hanging out with him will take your mind off of the stress of you really trying to get a job and stuff, and just letting things be and just enjoying the moment, and things just all kind of fall into place. But at the same time, being in that relationship is to make sure you are in control of your emotions. So don't overstress on the label and being boyfriend, girlfriend, or stressing on if he likes you or if he likes your clothes, or, all that stuff. Don't stress on that. So the Queen here is telling you, be on top of your emotions, let things just kind of be here, let things take its course, and just be in the moment. And then when it comes to the whole career-wise thing, take a step back. Not so much physically, like I said, still go out and, get the applications and all that thing, and, try and look for a job, still do that process, but don't rely so much on that. Just kind of, if you do get an interview, you get an interview. If you get the job, awesome, you get the job. But don't put so much stress on that, because by putting so much stress on that, it's kind of like hindering you mentally and emotionally. And yeah, so just maybe, take a break from things, and get back, like I was saying, like with the card you pulled, it was talking about, I felt like it was talking about getting back to your roots. I'm not saying it has to be within the coven or anything like that, but just maybe, maybe just do something that you want to do something fun for yourself. Take your mind off of things, off of the career issue, because I really feel like you're really stressing on that. You're really eager to get that done, and the cards are just really pointing to it being a sort of just, it'll happen when it wants to happen, because all of this is kind of, all of the things is just, it's holding you up and it's tying you up here. But yeah, so I really hope that made sense. Yeah, we can talk more about it through message, because I'm gonna sign off of the video. But yeah, definitely let's talk about this more, because I feel like, I don't know, I really feel like there is a message to get across here, and I'm having a hard time expressing that, so I definitely do want to talk more about it. If you're open to it, we can talk about it. So yeah, that is it, and I hope you liked the video. Bye.